Will Victor Valdes' 85th minute error ultimately prove costly for Tito Villanova's Barcelona? Or have the Catalans already shown they have too much for Jose Mourinho's misfiring Madrid? Is the second leg of the Supercopa a perfect game for them, or is this actually a nightmare game?
These games, you cannot say this is a favourite of the other one. I think that Real Madrid needs to win. The atmosphere in the stadium is fantastic. And Barcelona, as I said before, credit to them because they went to the Bernabeu stadium and they play well and they are winning a lot of games. So I think that the pressure is on Real Madrid.
Marcelino, you played with Tito Villanova at Mallorca, didn't you? How impressed have you been with his start, and what's his character like?
Well, I'm not really impressed about him winning games with this side and continuing the great form that Barcelona has had.
I don't know, at the end of the day, Mourinho knows the players, and I think Modric is a great player, but maybe he was not training with the team, so I think it's fair to start with the other players. No?
We touched on this yesterday in Revista in terms of Ronaldo and the poor start to the season. Why do you think he has had a poor start?
Well, probably last year it was very intense. They had to do a great effort in terms
feet of the season, and there for us at the Bernabeu, Jerry Armstrong and Rob Palmer.
Good evening. Well, they sometimes say that familiarity breeds contempt. Often does with these two clubs, and they've been very familiar over the last 2 years. This is the 13th time they've done battle in the various competitions. The equivalent of the Community Shield, but nothing is ever a friendly when Barcelona and Real Madrid are on the same stage together. Just a goal separates the sides.
I think he's probably a better finisher, not by much, but he's in there on merit.
Well, there's been a little bit of soul searching this week at Real Madrid. Normally the referee gets the blame, or the opponents have been a little bit lucky, but Mourinho, after the weekend's defeat against Getafe, was honest enough to say that the performance by the team was unacceptable. All aspects, he said. Concentration was brought, technically and tactically, and I wonder if that was a dig at himself, because for once he got it wrong.
Well, he made the substitution, didn't he? The full-back went off, and within 30 seconds they had scored. Now here's Messi.
Here goes Lionel Messi. Balls nicely for Iniesta. In from the wing is Pedro, has an excellent record against Real Madrid in these games. 5 goals in 12 matches for the Spanish international.
Doing what they do best, they keep the ball and they're passing it, and another chance coming up.
There is, it's Iniesta feeding Pedro. Pedro right across, and there's a fall there by Alexis. I suspect he may have been ever so slightly helped on his way.
Well, I think he's dived, and he's done it quite a bit now. I've actually had a go at him over the last couple of games because the ball was too big for him, and he's felt.
Of course, without Carlos Puyol. I'm sure they still had to break the news to him that he wasn't going to play despite a fractured right cheekbone. First corner of the evening falls the way of the visitors. Barcelona 3-2 up from the first leg. Hostile environment for Barcelona to operate in.
Real Madrid not been very good in the opening couple of games, particularly on set plays. They've conceded goals against Getafe in set plays and against Valencia.
Xavi with a corner kick. Dominant header away from Ramos. Leading the charge is Marcelo. This is where Real Madrid, who do have a bit of an advantage, they have some pace in their team. Arbeloa and Jordi Alba. The new signing, or should we say a player returning home, came through the Barcelona youth system before making his name at Valencia. He's come back. Piqué came back. Yep. Cesc Fabregas came back.
Yep. You have to ask the question, why did they let them go in the first place?
Well, it has been a raw and sore topic in the Spanish media in recent weeks. Mourinho been asked why Real don't produce small players. Of course, he was cheekily citing the likes of Koeman and Romario. Here's a big chance for Real Madrid. Top save from Valdes to keep out Higuain. Almost first blood Real Madrid. Already a livelier first half than last week.
What a great chance for Higuain. And where did he get that space, Kevin? He's got about 5 yards of space in between the centre halves. You can see Mascherano and Piqué gone to sleep. It's a super pass from Marcelo. He looks up. That's a great save from Victor Valdés. That maybe atones for the one he gave away last week, but I just think Gonzalo Higuain will be disappointed he hasn't scored there.
Alba. He's an exciting new signing at left back. Messi. Adriano, naturally two-footed player, overplays the pass for Alexis, and it's a long way around. Ramos is always fired up for these games.
He's got his body in between Alexis and the ball and said, "You're not going past," and he uses his experience. He's excellent defending.
Sergio Ramos has put himself off twice in 2 seasons, of course, against Barcelona. Remember this particular fixture last year in the Supercopa? 13 bookings, 3 sending off, poke in the eye and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's just for starters.
Well, Jose Mourinho made a big thing before kick-off about waiting for Tito Villanova to come down the tunnel. They had a very public handshake. Are we going to see the Messi magic tonight? Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, has been in wonderful form. He scored in 4 Clásicos in a row. The record is 5 in a row from Zamorano of Real Madrid. Oh, there's a mistake. Big chance for Real Madrid. Brilliantly taken. Gift wrapped for Higuain.
Well, he's had 2 chances and he's taken the second one. He's hit the target with the first one, but that's a great start. Disappointment from Mascherano, who's making his 100th appearance tonight for Barcelona, and he's been so consistent, but this is poor defending, and he makes a mess of that, complete hash of it, and it's an easy one for Gonzalo Higuain. He sticks it in the back of the net, and it was a speculative pass, but that's poor defending. Why doesn't he just head it? Mascherano heads it and it's no problem. It goes through the legs of the goalkeeper, and that's the goal they wanted. And they're back on level terms, 3-3 on aggregate.
Despairing Villanova, and really out of character for Mascherano. Higuain's been in good form. Well, that is why Mourinho selects him. 2 goals in 2 La Liga matches, and now a goal that evens things up on aggregate.
Yeah,
between these 2 massive clubs.
Rob, do you know, I went on last season about Barcelona. The one position I felt that they needed to fill was at centre-back, and they still haven't bought a centre-back. Will that come to haunt them towards the end of the season?
Oh, look at this, the other end. With a brilliant defence-splitting pass, and Alexis is having a personal war with Pepe. Seems to roll down his arm. Meanwhile, Lionel Messi takes on Pepe, sticks out a foot. That was a dangerous thing to do, but enough of an obstacle for Lionel Messi to get around.
Listen, players, defenders who take chances trying to beat forwards on the edge of their own box, they're asking for trouble. Referees telling them, look, I'm the boss.
You don't need I was going to say, you don't need a command of the Spanish language to know exactly what Matthew Lahoz is saying.
Hey, yo soy el jefe. That's what he's saying. What a game this is going to be now.
Yeah, make no plans for the rest of the evening. If you're in the bar, get another drink in. Get the stool a little closer to the television, or if you're at home, get the cushion, make yourself comfortable. They don't call it El Clasico for no reason. Never fails to be footballing soap opera.
How do you get through that?
Unbelievable. Works his way through the maze, and then a body check. Mascherano is having a miserable evening.
Well, the pace of Di Maria is too much for Mascherano. Argentinian teammates, he knows. And he's having a word with him. He said, I've just stood in my way. I've just stood in his way.
Yeah, we knew what was coming next.
Yeah, the yellow card's obligatory on that particular occasion. But that adds to it, doesn't it? Just puts a little bit more pressure on the centre-back after the mistake that led to the goal. He's committed himself, and all he can do is just get in his way. Now, Di Maria is another one who goes down quite theatrically, I have to say.
No love lost there, though, is there, between two Argentinian teammates. Of course, the man who scored the goal that really capitalised upon his error was Higuain, who played with Mascherano at River Plate and, of course, for the Argentinian national team.
Yeah.
Well, this is where they were particularly upset that they felt that Alexis has used his arm.
Well, he's over-exaggerated the fall as well, though. This is the thing that's happening week in, week out with him.
Mourinho said that one goal would turn this tie. Ozil flips it in. Xavi to Messi. Pedro makes the darting run, no mistake from Arbeloa. Di Maria. All sharp was about both.
Logically, it's going to be good.
There is Xavi. On by Arbeloa. Kedira gets a chance tonight. Lozano Diarra has been ahead of him in the pecking order. Now Marcelo flies one in, and he required just a touch.
Good ball, good idea. If you're going to miss it at the far post. And Real Madrid very good, closing down, winning the ball back off Barcelona on their own defensive third. Transferring the pass to Ronaldo, sets it up, strikes it.
Iniesta. Alba with Pedro alongside him. Pedro trying to find Lionel Messi. He hasn't been freed at all tonight. Real Madrid very cleverly not giving him an inch of space. Kedira, another flip over the top. Piqué, oh, he's lost the ball. Big chance for a second here. Cristiano Ronaldo takes his time, still got time. Oh, 2-0. Dreadful defending from Barcelona. He had all of the time in the world.
Unbelievable. And just look at Gerard Piqué. Both he and Mascherano are looking to the sky as if to say, what's happening here? Is this where it's going to turn around the season for Real Madrid? Because they've had an unbelievable start. This is great skill. Flicks it with the back of his heel over the top of Gerard Piqué. What a fantastic piece of skill from Ronaldo. Steadies himself up and then bang, off the foot of the goalkeeper, Victor Valdez, and into the back of the net.
Well, it was tremendous anticipation. Probably only two players in the world could have done that so coolly. And then Cristiano Ronaldo makes it 2-0 on the night to Real Madrid. Advantage Real, 4-3 on aggregate.
But you know it's not over, Rob, don't you? You do know it's not over. This is going to be a great game tonight.
Jordi Alba. What fine voice the home supporters are in. Well, they enjoyed taking the title of Barcelona last year. Busquets. Barcelona at the moment are firing blanks.
They certainly are. I'm just wondering, because of the goals they've conceded and it's here in the Bernabeu, psychologically has it had an effect on them? But there's not many players, as you said, Rob, in the world could produce a piece of skill like that, and that's intentional. Ronaldo knew exactly what he was doing. He didn't break his stride. He just made the most of the pass which was behind him.
I normally only see a trickle and a goal like that in a Hollywood film or a commercial for a soft drink. We could see a third goal here. They're ripping Barcelona apart.
Well, just by spreading himself, and he's looking at his defence and saying, where are you?
Well, he made the mistake last week. Tonight it's been Piqué and Mascherano who've been to blame for the Real Madrid goals. Casillas has been a spectator. Now the fire of Pepe goes charging forwards.
They're winning the ball back really quickly, Real Madrid.
Shimmy from Ronaldo. Overlap from Marcelo. Wonderful balance from Marcelo. Twists and turns and leaves Adriano in his wake. Piqué in the way. Barcelona reeling. Oh, how Busquets gets caught in possession.
My goodness.
Has the fire alarm gone off in the team hotel this afternoon and woken them up or something?
I don't know what's going on. I've not seen them this bad, Rob. They seem to have lost all confidence and belief in themselves because of a couple of mistakes. And they're going to have to shake themselves out of this, well, the dream world they're in at the moment. They could be 4-0 down.
And Mourinho will know that. He knows that the rot will stop soon with Barcelona. They have to capitalise now. Ramos and Pepe. lead the charge. Man to deliver. Xabi Alonso. It's a good delivery. Pepe gets a header on the ball, but the whistle had gone before the connection.
I'll tell you now, Sami Khedira is the one that's offside, but I don't think Sergio Ramos, who headed it, was offside. I'd like to see it again. I think Sami Khedira goes early and he's offside, but it's behind him. Let's have a look. When it's kicked, nobody's offside. What's he giving that for?
Well, we'll seek out another replay because it isn't obvious to the untrained eye. All I will say is that he blew the whistle as soon as the ball was played. Now another tough call. It's the toughest job in football, trying to officiate this game.
Well, I don't know what's going on here. Referee's given the free kick. For me, that's a worse challenge than Pepe's. That's a yellow card. If Pepe says a yellow card, that's got to be a yellow card.
Not dissimilar to the Mascherano challenge.
Nope.
Led with the arm.
Have you ever seen Real Madrid this?
I don't know if you could see from that. Just as the ball was coming in, the referee spotted a push. Apparently, well, this is the explanation from Mascherano.
I tell you what, it's minimal. If it's anything, I think Mascherano's made the most of it. He couldn't get anywhere near him.
Valde's taking no risks. 2-0 on the night to Real Madrid. On aggregate, they now lead 4-3. Di Maria. Teasing and tantalising. Lionel Messi, of all people. Pepe goes in. I think he was caught by a little bit of afters there from Lionel Messi.
He was. I think you're right, Rob. He's been brave to go in. And there was a little bit of a high challenge comes in. Players are actually asking questions from the referee. You can see there he goes high and he catches him well above the top of the ball, Messi. I don't know if it's intentional, but certainly it was a free kick. 2 yellows he has, and it's only 1 yellow, Rob. That's a mistake.
Well, it's an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. It would have been a one-on-one situation, and the last time he got through in a situation like that, Cristiano Ronaldo scored.
Isn't he the last defender, though? Very tight decision, that one.
Well, referees around the world will be using that as a should he not have got a red card situation.
Well, I have to agree. I think that's a blatant. I think it's a blatant red card, and it is a red card.
He was. The referee is thrown as he pulled the yellow out, but it was, well, so obviously a red card that Adriano is off. Barcelona are 2 goals down and now a man down, and this game is living up to its reputation. Cristiano Ronaldo lights the fuse.
Somebody took that in the wall.
Takes out a skiffle. It was Busquets who took the full blow. Got chances now and a Barcelona success.
Wow.
Ball pinged in, and that is where they're a man down. It comes in. Oh, that should have been possibly the goal that put it beyond Barcelona. Sami Khedira, fortunately for Barcelona, was the man on the end of it. He's not known for his goal-scoring skills. His instincts took him into the right place.
It was some finish, I'll tell you. It's instinctively he's got on the end of it. Volley from Marcelo and the volley from Khedira. I thought that's back of the net, and fortunately Victor Valdez is in the right place.
Well,
How many chances?
Some initiation for Tito Vilanova. He lost his warrior, Carlos Puyol, the club captain, with an injury, broken cheekbone last weekend. Then just before the game, Dani Alves has to pull out. Then he reshuffles his defence. Now he's had to go to a back 3 as Adriano's gone off. Ozil twisting and turning with Mascherano. Ozil goes in there. It's almost like a non-contact sport from the Barcelona defenders. I
just think they look shell-shocked. They don't know how to handle it. Oh, that's great skill from Pepe.
Oh, they're showboating.
Offside.
Yeah, Ronaldo knew the ball had come out.
Well, he's decent. I like Montoya, but this is a big game to be thrown in. At the deep end, down to 10 men.
Here's Iniesta working his magic. Iniesta to Messi. Messi to Iniesta. Messi believing that his path was intentionally blocked. It's not too often that we see Lionel Messi throw a little strop.
Great ball.
Fantastic ball. Excellent take from Ronaldo. Higuain has made a brilliant run here. He's lost his defender. Can he make it 3? Oh, Mascherano came back to retaliate with a perfectly timed sliding tackle. That keeps the game alive.
What a challenge. What a challenge. What a counter-attack as well. It for the first goal.
For some reason now most of the cameras are trained on the Barcelona goal. They know where the action's going to be. The men with a lens. Cristiano Ronaldo with a header. Be interesting to see the chance count come half-time.
That was some skill again from Ronaldo. Have a look. Chest control and then boom, flicks it past Montoya, who was tempted to use his right hand.
I think he actually tried to use his hand, didn't he? Montoya had a good pre-season last year on Barcelona's trip to the United States. Deeper and deeper seeking the ball. Iniesta. Alba. Difficult to play Barcelona's keep ball style when you have a player less against the reigning Spanish champions. Pedro, nice little flick. Lionel Messi can get an overhead kick on that. Casillas came and took out his own player. Now Iniesta thinking about the shot, drills it in, and it was just a stride away.
That was a great ball. I'm just wondering what is happening with Casillas again, coming on those crosses when there was a defender there. Arbeloa is going for it. I don't know what Casillas has done. He's done that a couple of times this season. This is a great ball from Andres Iniesta. It's Montoya coming into the far post, who's not too far away. So I don't think Casillas is favourite there, Rob. There's David Villa. Now, at what stage is he going to come into the action?
Well, very late, one would imagine.
He's taking a whack, I think, Arbeloa, from the goalkeeper, Casillas.
I guess there's a sign of blood. The referee's asked him politely to head to the touchline. But, got a caution as well for... I think it was an off-the-ball challenge with Jordi Alba, which he didn't give a free kick for. He kept the play flowing, but
yeah, just
made a mental note of it.
On the right, yeah. I agree. I think you're right. No, that's a mistake, and Ronaldo's clear.
He has 2 to get past. There goes 1.
Good tackle.
Not past the long legs of Gerard Piqué.
Well, he's taking a punch in the side of the face, and I think he's the second.
Messi. Xavi. Referee didn't like the challenge from Xabi Alonso.
I'd say to you, Rob, if Adriano doesn't take Ronaldo out when he did, Ronaldo would have won on and made it 3-0.
It's more difficult there, being 3 goals down or having to play for the majority of the game with a player down.
Yeah.
Well, it's as near, as silent as the Bernabeu gets. $80,000 hushed Real Madrid supporters. Barcelona with their first potential shot at goal.
Xavi or Messi?
It's Messi's free kick. Oh, it's a brilliant little Messi goal. Now that is another twist and turn.
This is some strike from long range against a top-class goalkeeper. I tell you, that's a fabulous goal from Lionel Messi. Right on the stroke of half-time. Tepe's not happy. They'd love to win in.
Real getting, advantage still Real Madrid. They got the 2 away goals, didn't they?
Yeah.
It will twist, it will turn, it will change. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo!
Oh, goodness.
He heard you, Jerry, say that only one player in the world could do that kind of thing.
Well, he's not too far away, Cristiano Ronaldo here. Another one, what, 30, 35 yards from goal. It zips just past the far post.
Out-trick each other.
Oh, he's
Marcelo.
in. He's in.
Leaves the defenders in the wake. Higuain, chance for Real Madrid third. Oh, you can see the gap. He just can't quite produce the goal, Di Maria.
Oh, if only he could go on and hit it with his right foot as well, Rob.
So Pedro. All by himself, and there was an arm across his face from Cristiano Ronaldo. Whether it was intentional or not, or worthy of the free kick, I'm not convinced, but he was genuinely caught.
He's milked it a wee bit, I think. He's lost. He knew he was going to lose the ball. He's checked inside. He was going to lose the ball. I think he's made the most of the situation. And gingerly gets up. Let's see.
I think he felt the sharpness of Ronaldo's left elbow there. Now Ozil. And he very rarely goes the full 90 minutes if he is withdrawn tonight. One would imagine that Luka Modric will be the player to be given his Real Madrid debut.
I'm going to keep that one in.
He will. Trying to play it off Pepe, but not falling for it in the referee's assistance, so nothing wrong with that one.
He couldn't. There's the two players are in front of him. You play to the whistle. Why does he just put his hands up? You've got to keep playing.
No, I think the referee's pulled it back for strong words. Which way's the card? It's a PK.
Well, the referee's made that decision. He's made that decision. I don't know if the crowd influenced him on that, but he's turned into it. There's a tackle here. The ball spins up, hits him on the hand. Well, the next movement afterwards was he deliberately does move the hand forward, and that's probably why. The first one was accidental. The second one looked more deliberate.
And as we say, it is unique to Spanish football. The directive from the top is, if it's a handball, it has to be a yellow card.
Yep.
So Mascherano and PK both on yellows now.
And they're vulnerable on set plays here, Barcelona. There's no doubt about that. Who's marking Ronaldo?
Ronaldo comes flying in. It was just ahead of him. PK was there first. Higuain. Marcelo. Alonso. He's so monstrous in defence have been Real Madrid in the second half. Remember, they've had a player more. Adriano was sent off, and it's complete. The first trophy of the season goes to Jose Mourinho. It was a classico. It had all of the usual ingredients: a flurry of yellow cards, a red card, goals from Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, but the telling goal was Cristiano Ronaldo's. Well, the pace has been set for another sparkling season of La Liga action. Jerry Real edging it, probably overall on the chance count, just about so.
Absolutely, first half, fantastic. First half hour could have been 6-7-0 with Real Madrid creating chance after chance. But Barcelona recovered second half with 10 men and made a really good game of it. I'm surprised we didn't have more goals, but that was due to poor finishing and fantastic goalkeeping at the other end. Iker Casillas made 3 or 4 big saves, as did Victor Valdés, and both sets of players deserve a lot of credit. But I think psychologically, Jose Mourinho is going to be well chuffed that his lads have responded. They've been poor in the last 2 or 3 games, but this is the perfect response, and maybe this will kickstart the season for Real Madrid.
Tito Villanova doesn't quite have the magic touch of Pep Guardiola, who had a fantastic record. He won his first 5 games at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid, but they went all against Jose Mourinho, who has the magic touch. He calls it a project here, and it's a fantastic project. They won the Spanish Cup. Last year they won the league, and this season they've started off by winning the Supercopa. The difference between the two teams tonight, the winning goal from Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes, fascinating 45 minutes at the Bernabeu. Plenty of chances from either side. Lionel Messi very nearly scoring the crucial goal right at the very end. Real Madrid having chance. Barca and Real have met 6 times now in the Supercopa. Real Madrid winning 5 of them. Barcelona, of course, winning last year, but Real Madrid getting revenge for that. Marcelino, how costly was Victor Valdés' mistake now in the first leg?
Yeah, they will surely be remembering that now. I think in the away game, judging by what they were offering on the pitch, no one would have said Real Madrid had a chance in the second half of that game. No one would have said they had a chance of getting into this tie with some options. And they took advantage of that Valdés' mistake. 3-2, they kept the tie alive. And then in the second game, after the first half, no one would have given a chance to Barcelona to kneel down, playing poorly. But then again, maybe another mistake by Casillas in this case, not putting the ball properly, and Messi taking advantage of it with a great free kick and keeping the tie alive again. So it's been an interesting tie, but obviously that mistake by Valdés in the first game was vital to this final score and Real Madrid winning the trophy.
Happy Madrid faces, very sad Barcelona faces. Let's get back to the trophy lift. Jerry Armstrong and Rob Palmer.
Well, you may have heard the tune "We Are the Champions" blaring out around the Bernabeu. I think that's been on a loop since last May. The Real Madrid squad, and I say squad, every single player who's contributed to getting the team to the League Championship last season, and indeed to the steps tonight. They've been asked to go up there to celebrate. Look at Luka Modric looking around, stars in his eyes. And Iker Casillas has had his hands on some big trophies over the years. Some say make it's maybe a trinket, but this is the Spanish Super Cup, the first major of the season. Another one for the Jose Mourinho collection. And it means all that little bit more when you've just beaten Barcelona. And look at Modric, he's been at the club 15 minutes and already won a trophy.
Well, it reminds me a lot of Cesc Fabregas when he joined from Arsenal in his first game. They won the Super Cup. So, I mean, it's a great fill-up for them. Disappointment, obviously, for Barcelona, but psychologically, a great boost for Real Madrid. I think tonight's performance, not just the result, but the performance will kickstart the season for Real Madrid. They played certainly the best football I've seen them play so far this season. And, you know, first half alone, Rob, they had at least 8 or 9 great chances and should have been more than 2-0 up, in my opinion. But 2-1, they've hung in there and deservedly, for me, won the Super Cup.
Well, Sporting and the Barcelona players stayed out to applaud Real Madrid. Bit of a grudge, I'm sure. But smiles on the faces of all of the Madristas. The Super Cup to go with the Spanish League. Was that Rafa Nadal up there as well in the president's box with a big smile on his face? Enjoying seeing somebody else take the trophies. Xabi Alonso that leads the players down to pitch side. This is a famous team. A team that set all kinds of records last year when winning the Spanish Championship, the most goals, the most wins, the first team ever to 100 points. And tonight they've edged out a very good Barcelona team over 2 legs. And that picture, I think, sums up Real Madrid. Choreographed, organised, but also with a smile on their faces and a little bit of style as well.
Yeah, I see Esteban Granero in the back as well there, Rob, and he may not be here much longer, but he could be leaving with a trophy. There's Pepe, Ronaldo, the Portuguese duo, smiling for the cameras and played their part tonight. Ronaldo's second goal was superb. Pepe had an excellent game at the back.
Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo making sure that he got his picture taken, that people remember it was his goal that finally won this particular tie tonight. They came back from behind last week. Of course, they lost at the Camp Nou, but in front of their own supporters, they turned it around. A magnificent performance from Florentino Perez and his players. Mourinho said it wasn't that important. I think the president and the fans and the players beg to disagree. Real Madrid have taken the Super Cup.